Paul Saladino became famous on social media for educating people about the benefits of a carnivore diet.
These seed oils were originally created as machine lubricants.
Nowadays, he's known for his animal-based diet, which is kind of the carnivore diet with fruit as well. And personally, I think it's a great way to eat if you want to live healthily and increase vitality and energy. Especially if you eat the high-quality organic foods that he himself eats. But it can be quite a struggle to get all those high-quality foods, depending where you live and depending on your budget, of course.
You're broke!
He lives in Costa Rica and basically eats this way for a living. And that's why I wanted to create a version of this animal-based diet that is sustainable for the average person. So I guess you and me. What Paul eats and how I adapted it to be more functional is what I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to go over the foods very quickly because I need to get some of this back in the fridge. So let's actually get started with the meat. In here I have some ribeye steak, definitely something Paul would eat himself.
Grass-fed ribeye steak.
In front of that we have some ground meat.
You can make ground beef the majority of what you eat.
This is beef and pork in one. 75% of this is beef. That's just ground beef, so we have a lot of beef. It is cheap, but it has many nutrients your body needs. It's easy to cook, so for me it's a no-brainer. So that's like 1.2 kg of ground beef.
How dare you!
A little bit of ground pork. Paul doesn't really recommend eating pork, but he says it's fine if you get high quality meat.
If I could find truly pastured pork that wasn't fed a bunch of grains, I would eat it.
Not sure about the actual quality of this, but it's the best I can get in a store. And that's also going to be something you will face. How good is that quality really? Tough to say, but you can only get the highest quality thing that is available. So for me, that's 1.2 kg organic ground beef. Then we have the ribeye steak, like I said, and also I bought a little piece of salmon.
I don't eat a lot of seafood because heavy metals, microplastics, PFAS.
Salmon, not really something that Paul likes too much. He says sometimes it's fine, but especially farm-raised salmon, not something he likes.
Make sure you get wild salmon.
Unfortunately, this one is farm-raised. You could probably get some wild-caught salmon, but again, this is the best quality salmon that I could get in my store. What else can I do, right? So we have some salmon as well. Personally, I think it's a great add-on to the diet. Rich in omega-3, good fats, good protein, and it just makes me feel better. If you feel that one specific food is making you feel better, making you more energetic, more healthy, more vital, probably you can just add it to your diet. You don't have to be so strict and just eat something someone else is eating. If the food isn't total garbage, you can and probably should add it to your diet. Everybody reacts differently to different foods. So there we have most of our protein. Then I also got some cream cheese. I don't really think I ever heard Paul talk about cream cheese, but it's definitely animal-based. I don't think he has a problem with that. Then I also got some brie. Yeah, just some cheese. It's probably processed quite a bit, but again, what can I do? It's the same thing for shredded cheese.
So I always opt for raw dairy when I can get it.
I can't get any better shredded cheese in the store. I could probably shred it myself or grate it or however you call it, but I don't want to do that. Maybe it's not the perfect food, but honestly, it's going to be fine. We have some cheddar and some Emmentaler. I don't even know what's the English word for that. So that's the protein. Also got some eggs. Those are the best eggs I can get.
Not bad. Probably would eat most of those as raw yolks rather than cooking them.
I often nowadays go to the market in my city. There's a market every Friday. I just go there and get some eggs. And also honey, raw organic honey.
Raw organic honey?
Also got this from the market. Pretty good and something you can definitely get yourself as well. Even my store has some decent honey. I also got some organic feta. Never really seen Paul talk about this either, but I don't think he has a problem with that. Again, it's probably pasteurized. Yeah, it is. But I still think it's good. It also got some probiotic content, so good for your gut as well. I'll take that. And then probably the last protein source is some kefir.
Goat milk kefir, which is probably the best thing they've got here, so get some of that.
Very good for your gut, very good with the probiotic content, but also got some protein, calcium and some other nutrients as well. So I generally have kefir like every other day, not too much, 100 ml, something like that. Sorry Americans if I use liters and kilograms and stuff like that. I'm from Germany, so yeah, I have to use that. So there's that, also some butter.
I eat many tablespoons of raw butter.
which is definitely a must-have in the diet. You need some fat, and butter is going to be your go-to source for that. Also, I got some collagen. Paul sometimes has a bone broth, but to get high quality bone broth also is quite difficult. Maybe I could make it myself, but just don't want to, honestly. So I'm getting the collagen from the bone broth just as a powder. Collagen has many benefits. I don't really know how important it really is. Not sure if it's actually worth it, but it also just works as a replacement for protein powder, because this is 93 grams of protein per 100 grams. So that's pretty good. So let's go over the other foods as well, but let me put that in the fridge first. So what else do we have? I also bought some coconut water.
Drink a coconut?
Don't think it's too important, honestly. If you want to save money, probably don't need to buy coconut water. But it's good for hydration, also has magnesium, a lot of potassium, and yeah, it's nice to have, but you don't necessarily need that. Paul drinks a coconut. This is my alternative. Paul also drinks a smoothie.
It starts with a smoothie,
which contains kefir, which I already showed you, some fruit, which is going to be either pineapple,
organic pineapple from the local fruit guy.
This was on sale, so I just bought it, whatever. Probably still overpriced, but yeah, whatever. Maybe I would also add some frozen berries. Blueberries, in my opinion, are great.
Get a big thing of organic blueberries.
But yeah, just use any berry, whatever. So there's that. I also bought some kiwi. I really love those golden kiwis. And they are also a great add-on to eggs, because eggs and kiwi almost contain all nutrients your body needs. I already made plenty videos about eggs. Here I have another 6. A great source of vitamin A, D, E, but more importantly vitamin B as well. They really can help you be more energetic. They contain all the essential minerals, all essential vitamins except vitamin C, and good fats, protein, and yeah, they're just amazing. I really love to implement eggs into my diet, but like I said, I made videos about that too. And the kiwi or an avocado,
organic avocados,
really complements that very well. Here you get the missing vitamin C, you also get vitamin K from both of those. And if you think you need fiber, you also get fiber. So there's that. Also bananas.
Organic bananas.
Great source of potassium. Really good to help with your muscle functioning. I personally love bananas. Those are a bit too green, but those are gonna be fine in a couple of days. Really nice snack. Healthy sugar, and yeah, just great, especially also before workout. Then I also got some tomatoes, mashed. How do you call this? Probably not something Paul would eat himself. So if you can excuse me, maybe just ignore it, or let me have that one extra thing. I just want to add it to my ground beef to have a little sauce. I don't think it's too bad. Maybe Paul would allow it. If you're watching this, Paul, first of all, keep doing what you're doing, and then tell me, is this okay?
That is where human metabolism starts to break.
Anyways, smashed tomatoes or whatever it's called. Then I also got some whipping cream or heavy cream. I don't even know what exactly it is.
They've got some heavy whipping cream over there that's organic. That would be pretty good with some honey or maple syrup.
Schlagsahne in German. Again, probably not something that he would love because it's very processed. But yeah, it's fine. It's something that I like to add to my morning coffee, which I have here. Paul actually said that you should quit coffee if you want to eat animal-based. So yeah, maybe you can make an excuse for this one as well. Ignore it if you want to. I don't think coffee is that bad. There are definitely some things to consider when it comes to coffee, but yeah, I just want to have some coffee. Sorry. Then I also got some oranges. Those probably aren't even oranges. Clementines, if that's the English word.
They've got organic mandarin oranges.
And some mango. I know this is mango in English. This is easy. Unfortunately, I don't have organs. I despise liver. I tried it again not too long ago, but I hate the taste so much. Disgusting! Maybe call me a pussy, whatever. I just can't eat it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. And I also heard that you don't need to eat organ meat if you get those micronutrients in other ways, which I think I am with this diet, so I'm not too concerned. Also, I have this organ mix pills. It's a supplement, very overpriced, probably not needed. I just bought it for myself when I tried the carnivore diet. I don't know, probably not necessary, so I won't include it in the total costs, which I'm going to reveal to you in a minute. But let's go over the other things first. Maple syrup, something Paul eats himself as well.
Trader Joe's actually has a pretty good organic Maple syrup.
Probably not because of the nutrients, but it's a good sweetener. It's natural. I will probably always go for honey instead. I just think honey is better than the maple syrup, but yeah, just eat whatever you like. And I also got some dark chocolate, 85%. I actually don't know what Paul thinks about dark chocolate.
The defense chemicals, things like oxalates, which can accumulate in the joints, phytic acid, like in the bread, which can prevent the absorption of minerals, all kinds of things. I'm not a fan of chocolate in general because it's made from a plant seed, but if you want to eat chocolate, it's not the end of the world. Just know what your total consumption of heavy metals is.
But yeah, I just think dark chocolate is pretty good, contains magnesium, helps with testosterone production, and I think it's healthy. So ignore it, buy it, don't buy it, I don't care. Maybe you can make an exception for those 3 foods, but the rest is definitely animal-based. And then we have sauerkraut juice. Sauerkraut, I think it's pickled cabbage. I don't know how easily you can buy this in the US, but Paul actually said in a video that he thinks fermented foods can be good, or at least not bad. I don't really know, but in my opinion and from the things I know, the things I've read, the research, sauerkraut and fermented food in general is just really good for your gut. The probiotics can really help with your digestion, so I just have about a glass every day as well. I like it.
Nice.
I don't have any raw dairy. Unfortunately, you don't seem to be able to buy that in Germany. I don't know if it's illegal, but you basically can't get it anywhere. So I guess it's illegal. I would love to try it, but what can you do, right? So no raw dairy, unfortunately. Also no organs, like I said. I think this diet and everything I showed you before is going to be a great foundation, a great variety of foods that you can eat on an animal-based diet. I'm eating pretty much like this for a while now. I do have some carbs now and then that are not from the fruit. I do have some veggies here and then, but for the next week I'm just going to eat this way. I'm going to eat this animal-based diet. I'm going to let you know how I feel, what I think of it, and how long all this food that I showed you can last. And by the way, the price, it's not very cheap, but you could also definitely go cheaper if you get worse quality food. Everything I showed you, everything I had on this table was about 80 euros, so $87 US. Without the supplement and without the collagen powder, I think it's still very expensive. I did always get the organic version, organic kiwi, organic eggs, everything. So of course it's going to be more expensive, but it's still quite expensive. So with that information, you're going to look at 400 euros a month, which if you can afford it, will very likely help you with being more healthy and also being more vital and energetic. But if you don't make that much money, 400 euros a month for just food, without ever eating out, without anything else in between, that's expensive. That's just how it is. So maybe I will do a second version of this video. If this video gets some attention, I will do a budget version. Let's say 50 likes. So smash the like if you want to see that video. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you some recipes, some meals that I made, but only quickly because I don't want to waste your time. And then see you again in 5 or 6 days when I will give you my honest feedback. See you there.
Okay, so this is meal number 1. Just some eggs with some shredded cheese and a little bit of hot sauce. I'm gonna have my first meal. See you later. Oh shit. Oh, that's hot. Alright guys, so this is end of day 2. Here you can see my extremely anabolic dinner. It's 8 p.m. almost, so a late dinner today. Got some good work done, feeling pretty good so far, but it's just end of day 2 and I already realized that this food will probably not last for 5 days.
Oh shit.
I'm not even sure if it will last for 4 days, honestly. So yeah, let's see. This diet is very expensive, but it's also pretty nice. So far, everything works. Of course, for the second day, I won't experience a huge change in my energy, health, whatever. But yeah, so far so good. Feeling good. Very nice work day today. I'm gonna keep you updated. I'll probably have to go and buy some new food in 2 days maximum. Alright guys, so this is end of day 3. Yes, the food will not last for 5 or 6 days. I need to restock. And yeah, this is all I have left at the end of day 3. Got some cheese, ground beef, butter, some fruit, 6 eggs. Yeah, this will probably last for tomorrow, but then that's 4 days. 4 days. I bought some additional ground beef and I made myself some meatballs. So that's another like 7 euros. And that gets us to about $95 for 5 days. Guys, I would love to be more optimistic, but that's just so much. I'm sorry. It's just too much. Like, this diet is really so expensive. I'm not even eating a whole lot of steak, or I'm not even eating that much in general. Yeah, it just costs too much. That's just how it is. And unfortunately, I won't be able to sustain that right now. Need to make more money first. Maybe you can like this video to help me get some YouTube money. But yeah, it's just too expensive. I will say though that today's day was very, very productive. Actually, one of the best days in a very long time, maybe some of my best days ever. I told myself I can relax once I finished the other video, but I continued working and editing for 3 to 4 more hours. It's already 10:30 p.m, so I'm gonna go to bed pretty much now, but essentially I worked all day long.
Alright guys, this is day 4. My last meal for today. I just made some ground beef with a little bit of cream cheese and cheese on top. Very simple meal. I will give you a feedback right now. I will say that I would love to try this diet more, and this is the biggest problem. And you may have noticed this throughout this video as well. The animal-based diet is really expensive. I didn't even try to eat the very best that I could possibly eat. I didn't even eat a lot, and still I spent so much money. Like almost $100 for 5 days. This is just way too much. If I multiply that by 6 to have a whole month, $600? You could probably save some money here and there. I'm not saying you have to spend $600. I won't get this done below $400. At least not a clean animal-based diet. I just don't see a way. I might try it in the future, but this is just expensive, man. And also, this ground beef here was a little bit of a cheaper one. And I don't want to do this. I'm gonna say it just as it is. I don't want to eat this cheap meat. And also, I wouldn't just eat ground beef all the time, because I love ground beef, but still I'm getting a little bit tired of it. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I would probably eat a bit more fruit, more avocado, maybe a little bit of veggies, but then of course I know it wouldn't be animal based anymore. Yeah, it's just too expensive. That's my review. But when it comes to the effects on my body, I really like this diet. I like low carb diets in general, and I think this could still kind of be considered low carb, especially because I barely had any fruits, like 3 fruits a day. That's not a lot. But yeah, I just like it. Well, first, because of the better mental clarity, in my opinion. I got way more work done. I was more productive, which was to a big part also because of my mindset and my approach. I don't know how big the impact of the diet really was, but it definitely helped a little bit, at least. Also, I will say that I probably have better endurance, especially also when it comes to physical workouts. I'm better on a low carb diet, but all this doesn't really matter for now. It's too expensive for me.
You're broke!
If you don't think the money is a problem for you, then you should just try it. I think this diet makes a lot of sense, especially if you do it the right way. I think animal-based just makes sense, and I don't get how people think it doesn't. Like fruit and meat, what could be wrong with that? Anyways, so for me, I'm probably going back to a low-carb diet once I'm back home. Tomorrow I'm actually flying to Thailand. I'm rambling a bit. So overall, I think it's probably the best, or at least one of the best ways to eat. I think you can include some veggies and some carbs sometimes, at least if you're healthy and you don't have any problems with any of those. I will make a full energy maxing diet actually, which will be a different version of this diet. I will change it a little bit to make it, well, more accessible, so more cheap, but also I will add other foods. I'm gonna make a video about that too, so if that's something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and then see you in the next one. Stay excellent and bye.